welcome back. It's been a while. Sorry that I've missed I think a week or two of uploads. We are getting ready for my niece's sweet 16, so it has been a hectic few weeks. I've had a terrible time trying to find a dress, but anywho, so that has held up a few videos going out. Sorry for that. So I'm going to jump right into this now. I don't know if anyone feels the same way I do. I really just have not looked at any other videos or anything, but I have been trying out as many of the products that come in the Fabfitfun fall box, and I kind of feel like this month is a little bit of a, this season was a bit of a ripoff, the fall season box. I'm going to go through each item one by one. I'm going to start with exactly the way it's listed here in the booklet that we get, and then I'm just going to give a bit of my thoughts on them. Now, starting off first, we have the Beauty Blender for $20. I didn't bother to open it because I have so many other sponges that I use that I didn't want to add another one. I've used beauty blenders before, so this is nothing new to me. I used to think, much like many other people, that beauty blenders were the creme de la creme. Like, you couldn't get any better than this. And then I started discovering drugstore options, and two of my favorite beauty blenders are under $6. So I do not think that anyone should be paying $20 for something that they can get in the drugstore that performs just as well as the beauty blender, if not better. And I genuinely feel that way. I have recommended so many of the drugstore options to my friends, and they have gone out and tried them and have thanked me and have sworn off the beauty blender and stick to just the drugstore options. So I mean, yes, we know that a beauty blender is $20. Do I think it has to be $20? No. Is it a good fit for the box? Yes, because that is the price it is. But I do prefer drugstore options, so I would never recommend a beauty blender to anyone. Moving on from there, we have now the Glam Glow Bubble Sheets. Here's one that I have not used, and here is one that I did use. Now, this is $18 for a 2-pack. This I'm not entirely convinced of. It was a fun little thing to use. It's the first time I personally ever used a bubble mask like this, so this was a fun experience just to have in general. I do have a picture of me using it up on my Instagram, and my Instagram link is down below if you want to go see that. But I have so many other sheet masks that I prefer so much more, again, from the drugstore, that are a lot cheaper. And everyone knows that, you know, my favorite mask is the SoFreshSoClean charcoal peel off mask. So this was a fun little thing, but I didn't feel like it did anything special for my skin. I didn't feel like there was anything amazing, any amazing results after the fact. And $18 just for 2 sheet masks is just too expensive, if you ask me, because again, there are options from the drugstore that are a lot cheaper, that definitely do a lot more for your skin, and you get better results than spending that much on those. So although it was a, you know, kind of a fun experience, it was just too much for the money. We do know that Glam Glow is rather expensive, so $18 going into this box, I feel like that's not that bad. But compared to what I'm used to seeing in other boxes, I kind of feel like that's really on the cheap side, so I'm kind of surprised by that. But moving along, here's something next. So here we have the Simply Whimsical Tea Towels. I only have one in my hand because I did take the other one and I put that upstairs in my kitchen. So they were $14.99 for a 2-pack of these tea towels. Now here's the thing, is that I go to Dollar Tree to get my towels for the kitchen. I can get themes if I want. I can go for a seasonal theme. I can go for a holiday theme. I can go for whatever themes I want. No one's afraid to use them because they're $1. I'm not going to complain about it if they get stained or messed up, because usually once the season's done and they've been used up, I toss them out. Or if I wash them, I'll use them to keep them as rags to clean up around the house. I don't see why it was $15 for 2 tea towels, and I don't see why that went into this box. And it was a fall themed box, so I kind of feel like something in here should have really been more related to fall, and this to me didn't scream fall in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, $15.99 going into this box, it just kind of felt like a ripoff. I didn't really think that there was anything spectacular about these, and it doesn't work very well. It's not very absorbent. Nothing really seems to come off of your hands even when you do go to use it. So I don't know, I was kind of disappointed in this, and I really kind of feel like cheated that it was even in the box, because to me it didn't seem like it was worth the price of the entire box. It wasn't worth the amount that goes into it toward the box. Does that make sense? I'm trying to make sense, and I hope it does. But moving on from there, we have up next. All right, so up next we have the Skin & Co. Blue in Capri Shower Gel for $22. I don't know how you can tell how much of that was used up. This has been in the shower since the day I opened the box. And though we did use some of it, we didn't use much. I love the smell of this in the bottle. I love the smell. It was incredible. It reminded me of tea tree oil, which is a really strong scent for some people, but I love it so much, and so does my husband. But you have to use so much of this to get any type of lather, and you have to use a lot of it to even feel clean. And given the fact that we had to use so much of it, we still didn't even finish the bottle, because after a while it was just like, I don't want to use this anymore. And we just went back to using our regular shower gels. And then, as small as it is for $22, no, I go to the drugstore and I can pick up a much bigger bottle of shower gel that works the way we prefer it to for, you know, $4 to $5, and they last longer too, because they don't have to be used as much. So this was just a fail for me, and I was sad about that, because I did love the way it was scented. It is cruelty free, and it was a bomb. $22 is just way too much for that. So going into the box, I think it was a good deal to have in the box. Unfortunately, just the way it performed was not something that made me happy, so it was just kind of like me. But moving along from there, we have, this is actually the sponsored item in the box, so this is not toward the cost of the box itself, but we have the Lunarica bar, and I tore this up as soon as I finished filming that video. This is so good. It's not what I expected at all, because it's like a chewy cereal bar, I guess, or kind of like a chewy fig bar. I wasn't expecting that at all, but it looks a little off, because it doesn't look like the most appetizing thing in the world. It looks a little off, and I wasn't expecting the texture, but the texture was fine once I actually tried it, and it tasted so good. So whenever I go to stores now, if I see one, I actually will pick one up just to have as a snack. I refuse to buy a whole box of them, because I know myself, and I will not be able to just have one and keep it moving. I will probably go through a box in one sitting, but these are really, really good. So I was happy they put this in the box. It was so yummy. And yes, I sandwiched bags of the wrapper so that I could have it when I wanted to talk about it and show you guys. Now moving on to the next item we have here the Vince Camuto Luxe Totes, and mine is clearly in black. And this says it retails for $128. So here's what it looks like. It's more like an envelope style thing. It's vegan leather. That's what it looks like inside. And then you have this one little like mini pocket on the side here. Now I did mention before, if you guys did see the first video, that I'm not particularly a fan of using tote bags or any extra bags. I really hate carrying more than I need to. One bag is enough for me. But I did start using it when I want to carry my heels to work, because I don't leave them at work, and I take them back and forth home. And like I said before, I used to wrap them in plastic and just shove them in my regular bag. It did become more comfortable traveling with that, putting my shoes in there, so it has become a daily thing for me. And I even started using it as my weekend bag when I don't want to use my regular weekly during the week bag that has a ton of stuff in it, and I just need to kind of do some quick running around. I've started using that as my weekend running around bag as well. I like it for both of those things. Do I think that this needed to cost $128? No. As much as I do like the bag, and I've surprised myself by using it as much as I have, I won't feel like there's cheaper options in many other department stores. You know, go to Walmart or Target, or, you know, JCPenney or Sears or Macy's. Like, there's cheaper options. You don't necessarily have to spend $128. Also, that weird envelope style of it doesn't like have a flat or a wider bottom, so some of the things you put in it will tend to be a little bulky, and then have the bag looking like 3 times bigger than it needs to be. But so the price really gets to me. If it were any cheaper, let's say $50 or less, I probably would have been all for it, but at $128 just seems excessively pricey. So going towards the cost of the box and the overall value, I think that's great. I wish it would have been cheaper, and I do feel like there are cheaper options you can get, but going towards the cost of the box, I think it actually was worth it, so no complaints with that one. Then next up here I have, okay, so here we've got the Alfred teapot. Again, opens at the top. It has the strainer inside. So For 26 bucks, I think that's a fair price for this. It is super cute, as I mentioned before, if you saw the last video. So it is adorably cute. And $26 for a ceramic teapot. I believe it's hand painted. It's a teapot. I don't know what kind of miracles you could expect from a teapot, but I do think that it is very, very cute. It is very sweet to use, and again, aesthetically pleasing. And even if you didn't actually drink tea and you didn't want to use it for a teapot, I think decoratively you could use it as well. Put small flowers in there. Use it for makeup brushes on your table. There are a lot of different things you could do with it, even if you didn't want to use it for a teapot. So I think $26 toward the cost of the overall box. Totally worth it. I think it's very cute. Moving on from that one here. These are the Silo Cobra Bluetooth wireless earbuds in white. These are crap. And I mean absolute crap. For them to say that this was $40, I think is BS. And I've gotten better wireless headphones from Five Below. And if you go online, if you go on Amazon, they're selling 2 of these for $13. These are not $40 headphones. These would be great for working out, for traveling, so that, you know, you're not worried about your wires getting caught everywhere. When I first was setting them up, I was sitting on the couch. I wasn't moving much. I wasn't doing anything. And as soon as I started playing a song, the sound already sounded off to me, almost staticky. And then as I started actually just kind of like bopping around, it started cutting in and out. Like the sound would cut off completely, as if there was a wire loose and I was jostling around the headphones. And that is not good quality at all. These completely suck. And I was excited to get these in the box because I was really hoping that I could replace my daily headphones with them, because traveling a lot into the city, you're walking around a lot of people, your headphones do snag and get caught a lot. It is annoying, and I thought this would have been a great alternative, and it came in the box. That would have been so cool, and no, absolutely not. So this is another one of the items that make me feel really kind of cheated out of this box, because there's no way that this was ever worth $40. And like I said, you go online and you can see that it's being sold 2 of these for 13 bucks. So no, absolutely not. But moving on from that one, we have up next. So we have here the Grown Alchemist Polishing Facial Exfoliant, Pink Grapefruit, and Glucomannan Extract for $67. Okay, now I like this. I like this a lot, and I use it quite frequently. And we can see there's quite a bit used up. There is a good amount left. There's quite a bit used up though. I still would not pay $67 for it. I just cannot bring myself to do it. Once again, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, and I'm sorry, but there's so many really great options at the drugstore that I use all the time, that I purchase all the time, and that do really good things for my skin. So although I'm happy we got this in the box, and again, towards the overall value, this is amazing. I do like using it, but I absolutely will not repurchase it, because I cannot see me spending $67 for as fast as I'm going through it. And mind you, the only reason I probably haven't finished it up is because I do have certain cleansers that I use at different times for different things for my skin. So it's not getting used every single day. That alone should tell you that, you know, if I'm going through it this fast and I'm not even using it every single day, to spend $67 every time I would have to purchase a new one, just way too much, and I couldn't see myself doing it. If you can afford it, more power to you. I think it's amazing and I love the way it works, but I just can't afford it, and I cannot see myself spending $67 every time I need a new one. So me personally, I can't afford it. I would not buy it. If you can, do your thing, because this works amazingly well and I love it. But personally, I can't do it. But toward the cost of the box, really great value. I love that. And then last but not least, we have here the Touch in Soul Medalist Liquid Foil Lipstick Duo in Penny. I used this, I think, twice. I used it the day I tried out this video, the day after I did the video. And I used it one other time afterwards. I forgot what I was using it for. Wow, I think it was just a weekend thing and I was trying to use it. I don't know if it's just the color itself, or It's just the color itself. There's nothing wrong with the formula. The formula itself is really, really good. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's not super drying on the skin. Not the most comfortable formula of anything I've ever tried, but not a bad formula at all. But just the color was off. Why they chose to put out this color is beyond me. So I have here the liquid lip itself. Then we have the foil, and then I have both layered up so you can see all three, what those all look like. And it's $24.99. I wouldn't spend $24.99 on it. I have here from Flower Beauty, which I think this was like $6 maybe. Now granted, this is actually a lipstick and a topper, so you actually have a bullet, and then you have the topper on the other side. But I really like how this works. I think it's incredibly comfortable because it's a bullet. It's so comfortable on the lips. It lasts a really long time considering that it's just a regular lipstick and not a liquid lip. Of course, when eating and stuff, it will slide off, but reapplying it is not an issue at all. So to have to spend $24.99 on something like this, and it's so frosty. It reminds me of early 90s when that was really the thing, and even then I didn't really like it. So just the color, not for me. The overall formula is great, but still, would I spend $24.99 on it? Absolutely not, because once again, say it with me, there's better options at the drugstore. So that officially brings us to the end of this video. I kind of hate to be a Debbie Downer because there were a couple of items that were really hits for me that I loved, but overall I really just kind of feel cheated out of this box. Now, keeping in mind the fact that yes, we're only spending $49.99 4 times a year to get these types of values in these boxes, but this is the first time I've really ever felt that not only do I just not like certain products, which is perfectly fine, but I really just felt cheated by them. I felt like really super cheap products had the prices bumped up to be, you know, to add to the value, but they were never worth that to begin with. And I don't like that feeling, because then I kind of start to feel ripped off. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way I do about this particular box. Maybe other people love it and it's just me. I don't know. I am waiting for the winter box. Hopefully that will go better. We will see. But for now, that's all that I have left for you in this video. If you have any other questions that I can answer for you, specifically about any of the items that I mentioned here today, please leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. You all have an amazing rest of the week and wherever you are. If you have not yet, please comment, rate, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.